Yeah, can you hear me, guys? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So today we are going to see how to create Azure free tier account. Now to create a new free tier account, we need the following. So what are they? One is credit card is mandatory. So from USA, okay. So if you are in USA, you can try with the debit card also. But if you are from India, okay, credit card and some times it will also accept debit cards. Some banks like SBI, HDFC, debit card also accepting. Okay, just try that. But if you have credit card, that is very much sufficient. Okay, within no time you can create your free tier account. Okay, so one mobile number is required and email ID. Okay, along with this, you need to have your personal information. Personal information. Okay, how to create a free tier account? It is very easy. Okay, so just say Azure free tier account. And click on free account here. This is the link, actual link.
Hello.
So this part is called as
Hello.
Blade server.
Excuse
Hello?
me.
It is called as Blade server. Okay.
Hello.
Now every rack is an independent location. Every rack is having its own power supply.
Two
its own
voices I
networking.
can hear, sir, actually.
Who is playing that video? Okay. So here select free account, and this is the actual link. Refer here for free tier account creation. This is the link. Just a minute. And here, so just to click on start free. And so I am selecting my account Shiva as manager. So enter password. Select yes. So here you will be redirected to this page. Just a moment, guys. Just give me 1 minute. So here say I agree to subscription and click on next. Just to scroll down. You are not going to say anything, right? Identity verification by card. Click on next. So this card actually, so whatever card I am entering, this is not eligible for free tier. Okay, in my case, already I have used this card many times. So just I am showing the process to you. Okay, so you give your card name. So here I am giving my card details.
Shiva, don't give the actual card number. I might steal it.
Okay, don't give card number.
Yeah.
And
I'll be
here
happy.
you have. So here, just I am showing the process here. Card number, and this is expiry date, and this is CVV and address line. So if you click on next button, what happens here? Okay, so it will ask you for payment card. So it is going to take, it is going to cut 2 rupees from your account. Okay, just for your account verification. Okay, so it is going to verify whether your account is genuine or not. Okay, it will connect to banking server and it will deduct 2 rupees from your account. So if you are trying it from USA, $1 will be cut. $1. Okay, since most of the students are trying from India. Okay, so for you 2 rupees will be cut from your account. After 48 hours, the deducted amount will be refunded. That is the process. So from here I cannot go forward because this is confidential information. Card number you have to give, expiry date, CVV. Okay. This is common information, your address information, city. Okay, and everything is you know very well. Now after giving everything, are you seeing sign up button? Just click on sign up here in. So if you are trying from USA, select your country as USA. So since most of us from India, okay, so select the country name as India. Click on sign up. So it will redirect to next page. In the next page, it is going to ask OTP. We have to enter OTP. Immediately 2 rupees will be cut from your account. Okay, message will come. Okay, say accept. So from that moment, your free tier account is activated. And one more thing. So you can try with the debit cards also. Few debit cards are accepting. Okay, because in the past I did many times SBI, HDFC, and ICICI. So these debit cards are accepting. So few of my students have done that. Okay, try with debit cards of these banks. Now, once your account is created, what is free? Okay, so once our Azure account is created, okay, we will get 14,500. Okay, this is INR or $200 US. Okay, will be there in your account. And so this amount is applicable. This amount is valid for 1 month. This amount is valid for 1 month. After 1 month, okay, if you don't use this 14,500 or your $200 US, okay, they are expired. And what are free in first 1 month? There is no limit. Yes.
Yeah, so when you sign up, you know, it takes you all the way. The landing page takes you to some Microsoft account, but I don't see anything like Azure on that page, like Microsoft Azure on that page. Do I need to go to the payments and billing session to go and activate something over there?
Yes.
Okay.
So are you from USA or India?
Yes. USA.
USA. Okay, then do it.
Okay. Let me go through the process.
Okay, so once your free tier account is created successfully, I told you that 14,500 if you are in India, or if you are in USA, $200 US will be there in your account. So this is valid for 1 month. Okay, so 1 month you can use unlimited services. There is no limitation. You can enjoy all the services. Okay, and if you are not using this amount within 1 month, okay, so this amount will be completely lost. So from second month to 12th month, so your plan will be changed from free trial to pay as you go. Pay as you go. Okay, so this is said to be free trial. So you have to convert your plan from free trial to pay as you go. Unless you convert, you are not able to create any resources. You have to explicitly convert your account from free trial to pay as you go. Okay, but one thing you have to know, in free trial, you have to remember few things here. Some restrictions are there. What are the restrictions? Per region. So in Azure we have regions concept. Okay, I think in day before yesterday's class we have discussed about region. A region is a geographical area on the globe. Regions will have availability zones. Availability zones are nothing but data centers. Data centers will have actual hardware. Okay, so if you are in first 1 month, per region you cannot create more than 4 cores of processor. So for our virtual machine, some virtual cores are there, virtual CPUs are there. Okay, so suppose I select something like B1S. B1S is one kind of machine. Okay, so it is a virtual machine with 1 virtual CPU and 1 GB of RAM, 1 GB of memory. Generally, when you go to a laptop store, okay, so you are going to consider many things, right? Like processor capability, storage capability, and memory capability, everything you are going to consider. Here also, based on memory and processor, the instance type is decided. Okay. But if you are in free trial, in first 1 month, you cannot use more than 4 cores. Okay. Per region, you can create only 4 cores. 4 cores means what here? Virtual CPUs. I think if you take our i3 processor, it is having 6 to 7 cores. If it is i7, I think 12 cores are there. Okay, like that depends on your configuration. The number of cores are changed. So this is a restriction that is for first 1 month. In second month, from second month onwards, there is no restriction here. Okay, you can create as many cores as you want per region, because in the first 1 month, okay, they are restricting you to create up to 4 cores per region. From second month onwards, there are no limitation. And don't think that the pay as you go mean this is completely payment subscription. Okay, in pay as you go also, we will have some free services. What are the free services that are available for free? Okay, let me show. So once your account is created, log in with your account. This is my account credentials. Here, this is a landing page of Azure portal. Okay, here. So you can ask something like free services. Are you seeing services free for 12 months with Azure free account? Okay, 750 hours of B1S. Just now we discussed, right? B1S is a virtual machine with 1 CPU, 1 GB RAM. Either you can use Windows virtual machine or Linux virtual machine. But totally, they are going to provide you 750 hours. So how they will calculate 750 hours? Suppose you are using a virtual machine 24 hours. Per month, you are going to have maximum 31 days, right? Approximately, this is equivalent to what? 750 hours. That means one complete machine you can use for month. So suppose you are using 2 machines. Okay. So 2 into 24 into 31. Approximately it is equivalent to 1500. Roughly equivalent to. Okay. So they will charge for 750 hours only. 1500 minus 750. They will charge for 750. They will charge for 750. So how this 14,500 is calculated? Now let us go to Azure pricing calculator. Azure pricing calculator. Okay, so just to scroll a little bit down. Here, these are the services that are provided by Azure. So I want to calculate cost for virtual machines. Select virtual machines. Select view. Click on view. Here we have to choose the region. From region to region, the cost is varied. Suppose I want to use a virtual machine in central India. Okay, if you scroll it down, these are the India regions, central India. And which operating system you wanted to have? Suppose Linux. In that Linux, which flavor you wanted to have? Ubuntu. Okay. So I am selecting standard. Category. Okay. So here we have instance categories like compute optimized, general purpose, GPU, many things are there. Okay, so in our Azure sessions, we are going to discuss what are these. Compute optimized. That means the compute optimized systems are used when you have, okay, large, heavy number of calculations. Complex algorithms are there. Okay, then you can use compute optimized. And within this, okay, whether you wanted to show all series or F series, FS series, FSV2. I want to see all the series. Here you have to choose. See, guys, are you seeing here? Just now I told you, right? F1, it is 1 CPU. F2, 2 CPUs. F4, 4 CPUs. F8, this 8 CPUs you cannot create in first 1 month. Okay, at any cost you cannot create in first 1 month. If you are in free trial account. Okay, if you are in pay as you go, you can create this one. Any machine you can create because this is having 8 cores, right? 8 CPUs. So this kind of machines we cannot create in first 1 month. Okay, so here suppose 2 CPUs, F2, and how many virtual machines? 1 virtual machine. Okay, and per month, how many hours you wanted to use? 730 hours. And just come down. And are you seeing something like $72? And you can know the cost in Indian rupees also. Just a minute. Okay, so we can convert it to rupees. Cost is this much, right? Okay, so once again, let me select virtual machines. Let me show once again virtual machines. View. Okay, so here I am selecting Central India. So in some regions, the selected machines may not be available. Okay, Central India. Okay, I'm selecting Linux, OS only, standard, categories all. Okay, I'm selecting D2, V3. Okay, so if you scroll a little bit down, okay, you will be seeing the cost. How much cost you are seeing? $76. You can convert this 76.65 USD to INR. How much you are seeing? 6,284. Okay. So in first 1 month, if you are using this machine, complete month, okay, how much will be deducted? Just go to calculator. So in the first 1 month, you are going to get how much money? 14,500. Okay, minus what is this cost? 6,284. Okay, minus 6,284. Okay, so if you are using that machine for complete month, you will get 8,216 only, your remaining amount. Okay, like this amount will be deducted from your 14,500. Okay, that is why to save the account, what you have to do? You have to create a virtual machine, immediately stop it. Okay, immediately stop it if you are not using it. So then, so hourly billing is calculated. So if you are not in free tier, okay. So if you are not in free tier, so how much they will calculate per month? 6,086, 284, right? 6,284 by, this is monthly cost, 30 days. That means per day you have to pay this much divided by 24 hours. I want to use it for 1 hour. So what is the 1 hour cost? This is 1 hour cost, 8.72. Okay, so if you convert it to dollars, you can convert it. Okay, that means my suggestion is throughout the course, maximum you are going to use a virtual machine for 1 or 2 hours. You don't keep a virtual machine as it is. Okay, create a virtual machine, and if you are not using, okay, you can either terminate it or you can stop and restart. So if you terminate, what happens here? So completely cost is saved. So if you stop the virtual machine, what happens here? Only you can stop processor, but you cannot stop hard disk. Okay, always the machine cost is 2 folds. So they will charge for your CPU plus storage, hard disk also. But even you stop the virtual machine, storage cost will be implied. Okay, storage cost can be there, storage cost will be there, but that is very minimal. That is not that much like your CPU cost. Storage cost is very cheap. Guys, whatever we have discussed, is it clear?
Do they charge for the OS disk cost?
No. So if you are
No.
using Red Hat, Linux or Windows 2022 servers, they will charge for OS also. Okay. So in Linux, some free flavors are there, like Ubuntu, and some flavors are there. Okay. That is also cost is very minimal.
So then we are dealing with two kind of costs. One is the OS cost and then the storage cost. Am I correct?
No. You have to pay for OS plus virtual machine and storage. So if you consider license cost for OS also, okay, OS cost is very minimal. Okay, that cannot be considered. Okay.
No, actually,
So-
my question was different. My question was that the OS is loaded on a disk, and that disk is mounted with the virtual machine. So does Azure charges for that storage?
Definitely, storage is cost. Okay, storage hard disk will be charged, but along with that you have to pay cost for processor and OS also.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
What I am telling, okay, OS cost is very minimal. You can ignore it. Very minimal. That is why I am not discussing about OS. Now, so when it comes to compute, okay, these machines are free. When it comes to storage, okay, so you can use storage up to 64 GB. This is with respect to hard disk. When it comes to blob storage means it is just like Google storage. We are using Google Drive, right? It is this is that kind of storage. 5 GB is free every month. Okay, this is Azure file storage. So if you scroll a little bit down, some services are always free, lifetime free. So what are the services that are always free? See, Azure App Services, Functions, Active Directory, okay, Active Directory B2C, Azure DevOps Developer Tools. Okay, you may not understand all these things in the first stage. So when you are attending classes, you will be knowing all these things. So these services are free for lifetime. Guys, till this point is, am I clear? Any questions? Is free plan is clear? Pay as you go is clear? And what are the restrictions under free trial is also clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So our next activity is to discuss what are the contents we are going to discuss within 2 months. So I'm opening this official website, new batches. So here is my class information. this one, course content. Okay. So here, totally we are covering. One is Azure admin part. Okay. And when it comes to second, so here Azure admin comes under AG 104. AG 104. Let me do one thing. So you're a little bit confused, right? I will copy paste in a Word file. Just have a look of this course content. First, I think these things we have completed. Problems with on-premises data centers, and what is the advantage of cloud, and public cloud service providers. That the definitions of service providers and cloud service consumers we have discussed in I think in the day before yesterday's class. And we have discussed cloud roles also yesterday. Okay, so we have discussed three types of roles, right? One is cloud architect, admin, and developer. Three different roles we have discussed yesterday. And also we have discussed Azure global infrastructure. Like within this we have discussed what exactly region is availability zone. Okay, and what exactly data center, that we have discussed. And once you finish this course, so you can apply for, okay, either solution architect and admin. Okay, solution architect job is not given to you directly. First you have to join as admin. Okay, admin and Azure DevOps position. And once these fundamentals are over, okay, so this is, I think, cloud technology overview. And what exactly cloud is, what are the benefits, overview of Azure. Okay, and in how many ways we can use Azure. I think I don't know how many of you attended yesterday's class. Okay, yesterday we have discussed that the different ways of using Azure. So what are the different ways of using Azure, guys? Yesterday some of you have attended. Total how many ways I have told? Did we discuss cloud roles yesterday?
Yes, 3 ways.
Yeah. So there are 3 ways of using Azure. So what are the 3 ways? Let me tell once again. So why Azure has given 3 ways? Okay, usage of Azure services. One way is website. This is also called as portal. But whatever activities you are doing from portal are completely manual. Manual means what? When you want to do some activity once in a month, okay, or once for every 15 days, go for manual. Suppose I want to create a network. Okay, network creation is not done every day, right? Generally, we create network in an organization. Okay, whenever a new project comes or whenever a new client asks. Okay, that is not a routine activity. Okay, for frequently accessed jobs, go for website. Okay, one UI is given to you, one user interface is given to you. Using that UI, happily you can create everything. And the second way of using Azure is from commands. From commands also I can use. Suppose, let me show one thing. Here, I will go to my Azure Cloud, Azure portal. Here, suppose I want to create resource group. I want to view resource groups. Just I can click on resource groups here. Okay. So here it will show all the resource group. Presently, there are no resource groups in my account. Same thing you can do from command line also. Okay, AJ group list. This is the equivalent command of seeing groups, resource group from, okay. You move to new location. Okay, so it is giving some error. So that is my authentication problem. That is not a issue. Okay, but here you can also do it from Cloud Shell. A Cloud Shell window is opened here. From here also you can do everything. Just a moment, it is activating.
And when nobody wakes you up in the morning, and when nobody waits for you at night, and when you can do whatever you want, what do you call it? Freedom or loneliness? The secret of happiness, you see, is not.
Yeah, can you please keep on mute? Somebody is PowerShell. Right, my window is open. Here I can execute same command from here also. AJ group list. This is going to list out all the resource groups that are available. AJ group list -o table. That means I am asking, okay, to display all the resource groups in table form. O means output. Okay, so this is another way of using and creating resources in cloud. Okay, this is PowerShell. This is something like CLI, Azure CLI. And there is one more way, PowerShell. Okay, so if you want to create resources and use Azure cloud, there are two ways from commands, CLI and PowerShell. And there is one more way. This is something like from templates. So as a part of templates, we are going to use something like Terraform in our course. And CLI. And why for this second way, third way? Why second way, third way is given? Here we are going to use something like ARM templates and Terraform. This is completely automated automation purpose. For automation purpose, we are going to use either commands or templates. And there is another way, from coding also you can use. From Java, Python, okay. From APIs are provided to you. Using those APIs, okay, we can have, okay, we can create Azure resources. But this is not our area. Our area is first way, second way, third way. So we are not going to cover coding, creation of resources from coding. Okay, for that you have to have, you should know, you should be a developer with 7 to 8 years of experience. This is a way, in how many ways we can create our Azure cloud. And managing Microsoft. So here we are going to manage Microsoft from portal and PowerShell. And after that, we are going to start our compute service. So in compute service, we are going to see how to create virtual machines, okay, with Linux and Windows operating systems, how you can provide protection, how you can provide Java and .NET applications and Linux virtual machines, okay. And we are going to see how to change, once a VM is created, how to change the size of a VM. Okay, in some cases, what happens here? So if a small virtual machine is not enough, just imagine once a situation. Okay, so you are purchasing some online goods from Amazon. Okay, so all of a sudden the traffic on the server is increased. the usage of application is drastically increased. Okay, in that case, one server is not enough. Okay, one single server is not enough. So dynamically, we must be able to increase the servers. Okay, the process of dynamically increasing servers is called as auto scaling. Okay, so auto scaling. So we are going to in auto scaling also. Okay, that is scaling. In scaling also we have two types. One is horizontal scaling, another one is vertical scaling. Vertical scaling means increasing the size of a virtual machine. Okay, so when you increase the size of virtual machine, that can handle more number of customers, right? That is one option. But when you increase the size of virtual machine, what happens? Virtual machine is stopped. But when virtual machine is stopped, your application will not function. When your application not functioning, your end user will not be able to use your application. That is the biggest impact on the business. Okay, that means in the peak hours, if the server is stopped, okay, completely business will be collapsed. So for that, we are going to use another technology called horizontal scaling. Without stopping your virtual machine, okay, based on CPU demand, based on CPU usage, okay, within fraction of seconds, automatically servers are increased or decreased. All we need to specify is one condition. If your CPU usage is more than 75%, increase virtual machines. So if CPU percentage is lesser than 75, reduce the virtual machines to save the cost. Okay, so when there are no number of customers, when number of customers are decreased, why to waste the money? So to avoid that kind of problem, we are going to reduce the virtual machines. So at the same time, we are going to create something like auto scaling group, that is known as a virtual machine scale set in Azure. And we are going to attach a load balancer. What is the use of load balancer? Okay, in forthcoming classes, we are going to discuss. Because in this stage, if I tell everything, you may get confused. So we are going to attach load balancer to our VMSS. VMSS means virtual machine scale set. So in implementing virtual machines also, we are going to create Windows and Linux virtual machines. We are going to host a Python and .NET application. Okay, we are going to host a Spring Boot Java application. Spring Boot means it is very powerful application. I will show how to host a Spring Boot application in Java. That is also part of our course. And when it comes to networking, in Azure, we can create our own networking that is called as private networking. Okay, so we are going to create our own network. What is the benefit and what is the advantage of having our own network? And within the network, we are going to create a portion of network, a small portion of network called subnet. Okay, and within that, we are going to create something like peering connections. Suppose two networks are there. In the two networks, we have some servers. Okay. And when I want to have communication between servers within two networks, generally it is not possible. But when I create the peering connection, the servers in two different networks will be communicating with each other like they are in same network. Generally, servers in the same network will communicate with each other. But when you have two different networks, and if you want to have communication between multiple virtual machines, okay, like they are in same network, we have to create peering connection. How to create peering connection, that you will see. And virtual private network also we are going to see. Okay. And this comes under virtual machines again. Managing and monitoring virtual machines, and how to connect virtual machines from RDP, remote desktop protocol. What are the port numbers to be opened to connect to Windows virtual machines? That we are going to see. Okay. So in every cloud, generally there are three major services are available. Okay. So what are the three major services? One is compute service, networking storage service, and storage service. every cloud, it can be Azure, it can be AWS, it can be GCP, whatever cloud it may be. Okay, we are going to have 3 major services. Okay, all services are classified into 3: compute, storage, network. And apart from that, we are going to have databases also. Databases means these are not non-cloud databases. These are completely managed databases. Okay. So here, before we are going to start Azure SQL databases, we are going to see scenarios. How the people are, the people used to maintain databases when there is no cloud. Okay, when there is no cloud, how the databases are handled. And what are the benefits of cloud databases? Okay, because in cloud databases, every database backup, okay, and taking replicas and creating network connections, everything is done by Azure cloud only. Okay, because completely they are called as managed database services. And here, as a part of storage, we are going to see 3 types of storages here. One is object storage, other one is table storage, other one is queue storage. And in object storage, we are going to create something like containers. Okay, so what is a container? It is just like your Google Drive. Okay, within Google Drive, you can upload or download something, some objects, right? Here also, we can how you can download files, how you can upload files, how to create websites. That is very interesting. Okay, that is also we are going to see as a part of Azure storage. And this is Azure management part, Azure operations. Okay, we are going to discuss backup. Okay, what is the need of backup and restore? Okay, and we are going to see VM level backups, folder level backups, and app services backup, database backup. Okay, how to restore them. Okay, how to restore up to a particular, up to a point of time, that we are going to discuss as a part of our Azure operations. And as a part of that monitoring also we are going to discuss. And next service, when it comes under Azure Active Directory, okay, it is just like user management. Generally, when you join an organization, okay, root account credentials are not given to you. So you will be given very least privileges. Okay, generally you will be given permissions at resource level. Okay, how to give permissions at resource level, resource group level, and subscription level. Okay, so what is the difference between each permission level, that we are going to discuss as a part of Azure Active Directory. So Azure Active Directory is very powerful. Okay, in Azure cloud. Without that, there is no Azure. Nowadays, without Azure Active Directory, no organization is working. Because the moment you join the organization, your credentials are recorded. Your credentials are maintained in Azure Active Directory. Okay, within that, they are going to restrict everything. Like which system you can use. In that system, which softwares you can use. Okay, and which softwares you cannot use. That kind of restrictions are completely there in Azure Active Directory. This is about your Azure admin part. When it comes to Azure DevOps, here we are going to see what exactly DevOps is. And generally, we may be thinking that different types of DevOps, right? So few members will be saying something like infra DevOps, application DevOps. Then what is the difference between infra DevOps and application DevOps? That we are going to see in Azure DevOps introduction. Okay, so here Azure DevOps means what actually? So how many types of Azure DevOps flavors are there? So we are going to use Azure DevOps in cloud as a service. But on-premise on Azure DevOps is also there, that you can install like Java and .NET and some other software and you can use it. That is different thing. Means Azure DevOps is having 2 flavors. One is on-premise version, another one is a cloud version. If it is on-premise version, okay, you have to install it like any other software. And if it is cloud version, directly you can log in into portal, you can use you can create, build and release pipelines. And as a part of this, we are going to discuss Azure repos. Azure repos means version control systems. And what is a pipeline? And what exactly artifacts, test plans, Azure boards. These things we are going to discuss as a part of our DevOps introduction. And after that, we are going to see something like app services. App services generally, these are very powerful and very beautiful, very interesting. Okay, why I am stressing means most of the organizations now relying on app services. Suppose I have an application, Java application. Okay, now to deploy a application, generally I need what? Servers I need, and hardware is required, operating system is required, Java, .NET or Python softwares are required, some middleware softwares are required. These many things we have to set up to host a application. But using app service without having anything, directly if your code is ready, suppose you have an application like e-commerce application. Okay, directly you can host your code on the app service. Everything is taken care by app service only. Internally, database service, servers, middlewares, and softwares like .NET, Java, Python, everything is managed by app service only. You need not to set up anything. Okay, this is about Azure App Service. And when it comes to this one, what happened to this? Source code management system or version control system. What is the need of version control system? Okay, so once again, we are going to discuss DevOps flow here. And then we are going to say what is the need of version control system. So how many types of version control systems are there? Okay, here we are going to discuss Git architecture. How to move code to Git, Azure repos. And we also discuss something like branching and pull request and pre-deployment approvals that we are going to discuss in this DevOps part. So continuous integration. What exactly meant by continuous integration? Okay, so when code is submitted to version control system, automatically build process will be started. Okay, that is nothing but continuous integration. So before continuous integration, what industry used to use? So before continuous integration, actually industries are used to use Big Bang integration. What is meant by Big Bang integration? That we are going to see in continuous integration. And in continuous integration, artifacts are created. And whatever artifacts are created that we are going to deploy onto app services or Azure virtual machines. How to do that? In different environments like testing, dev, QA. Okay, on all these environments, how to deploy your artifacts that we are going to see in continuous deployment. There we are going to see what is meant by one-click deployment, deployment groups, how to create our own, what is that? How to create our own server. Generally, when you want to create build, internally some agents are created. Agents are nothing but servers. So those agents are two types. One is Microsoft hosted agent. Another one is self-hosted agent. Okay, every time, most of the cases we are going to use Microsoft hosted agent. But how you can perform build activity on our own servers? That is nothing but hosting, performing build activity on our own virtual machine. That is nothing but hosting. Where is that? Just a minute. Somewhere else I have stored this. Self-hosted servers, self-hosted agents. How to create self-hosted agents that we are going to see in continuous deployment and this one. In the release management, we are going to see something like pre-deployment approvals, deploying artifacts to various environments, dev, prod, and QA environments. And in PowerShell, we are going to see how to write scripting to create resources, to create a resource group, to create a virtual machine, to create app service, how you can do that. PowerShell. And finally, we are going to discuss Docker and Kubernetes and Terraform. using Terraform, whatever activities we are doing on ARM templates. Okay. So same thing you can do with Terraform, but Terraform is very powerful. Using Terraform, you can create infrastructure on any cloud. Like you can create virtual infrastructure on AWS cloud, Azure cloud, GCP. On any cloud, you can use Terraform. Terraform is having that much power. Using Terraform, how you can create resources. That is our last topic of our course. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you. I have a few questions.
Yes.
Are we going to be doing anything with Ansible, or are we going to be using Terraform to automate stuff?
Ansible, we don't because
Okay.
Ansible is different. Terraform is different. Both are
Okay.
different tools.
Okay.
Terraform is very powerful than Ansible.
Okay.
Okay, whatever activities you are doing with Ansible, same thing you can do with Terraform also. But whatever activities you are doing with Terraform cannot be done by Ansible.
Okay. Okay. Now, obviously, I work on the shift and everything. Are you guys going to be providing recording? Because my shift changes on a regular basis. So is recording going to be provided?
Yes, yes. When you are
Okay.
so when you are not available, okay, recordings are available. Recordings you can go and watch recordings.
Okay. Okay. And the timing would be at 8 till 9, or what is the
8 to 9, 8 to
duration?
9,
8 to 9.
8 to 9. This
Okay.
is permanent time.
Okay. And it's
Mm.
Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday?
Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday. Okay.
Sometimes I may plan on Saturdays also, but that is not mandatory. Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
And what about the course material? So study material, is there anything provided, or you'd refer to?
Yeah, everything is provided. Okay, some
Okay.
ebooks, some PDF files are there. Okay, everything is provided. Once you complete your registration process, okay, link is given to you. Okay, drive access is given to you. Okay, in the drive, everything is available. Record,
Okay.
that means course material, PDF files, resumes. Okay, everything is available within the drive.
Okay, so when we're doing the labs, there should be some sort of a lab guide to go with it, or we would have to follow
No,
the
every
video?
session is a live session, right?
Right.
Live
But
session.
the problem is I won't be able to attend all the session. So is
Hmm.
there a hard copy available? So when I say hard copy, soft copy available?
Soft copy is available, right? What
Okay.
soft copy you are saying?
No, I made a mistake. Basically, hard copy basically means I'll be able to print it after. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
So
the labs
no.
itself, step by step, is that
Yeah,
also
every
documented?
Every day I'm going to write notes. Okay. So
Okay.
if you look at this, just wait. I will just give a moment to me.
Okay.
I will show. Are you seeing these many on the left side? Are you seeing dates wise?
Yes. Yes, I am.
11th March, 12th April, 12th January.
Okay. Great. Excellent. Thank you very much, sir.
You know, these are all the notes, running notes.
Mhm.
So, Shiva, after completing this course, what do you think that a student is prepared for the DevOps roles in any organization?
Yeah, DevOps roles. That is
What
Azure
level?
DevOps. That is Azure DevOps role.
Okay.
Apart from that, we are also covering Docker and Kubernetes. Actually, I forgotten to tell. Okay, Docker and Kubernetes also we are providing. And
So we'll be Kubernetes too.
yes,
Okay.
we are going to use AKS, not manual cluster. Okay, AKS means Azure Kubernetes service. That is a Kubernetes is available as a service in Azure cloud.
Are we going to talk about any about Azure functions?
No. Azure Functions, that is the developer course.
Okay. And anything about the Azure policies?
That will be discussed in Azure Active Directory, right?
Okay. I just wanted to check. That's it.
Yeah, Azure Active Directory. In Azure Active Directory, we are going to discuss about policies.
Thank you.
So, sir, after completing the course, is one ready to take the exam, or the exam prep one needs to do themselves?
Which exam?
104, Azure 104.
Yeah, you can take. Taking
So-
examination is nothing. But the thing is, my sincere advice, okay, if you may follow or may not follow, certification just like entry pass. Certification will not give you any weightage. Okay.
Right.
That is just like only entry pass. Even though you are having certification, okay, you have to clear every round. You have to clear first round, second round, HR round, everything. Every round you have to clear.
Okay.
Now, why
Okay.
you pay from your pocket now? Okay, once you join the organization, if you clear the certification, your employer will be paying, right?
Okay.
That is my suggestion. If you follow or not, that is your will and wish.
Sure.
Okay. But
Thank you,
once
sir.
you join the organization, your employer will be paying if you clear the certification.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Guys, still any questions?
Sir, can I get yesterday recording? Because I'm not attempted yesterday.
Yeah, in YouTube, that recording is there. And if you register, okay, you will be sharing everyday recording. Also. You will be given Google Access Drive. Google Access permission.
Okay, sir.
So if no questions are there, I will stop it for today. Tomorrow we meet again at the same time.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thanks.
No,
for-
okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.